Welcome to another episode of Mathellennials, and we are here to provide you step-by-step tutorials on mathematics all-in-one channel. Today, we will be discussing differentiation rules. These are the rules that we need to know in order to correctly solve the derivative of a function. For this video, we will teach you the first 5 rules in differentiation. First, the constant rule. Second, the power rule. Third, the constant multiple rule. Fourth, the sum and difference rule. And lastly, the derivatives of sine and cosine functions. First, the constant rule. The derivative of a constant function is 0. That is, if c is a real number, then d over dx, or the derivative of c, is equals to 0. Examples. Given that the f of x is equals to 12, since 12 is a constant and a real number, f prime of x is equals to 0. Another example. Given that y is equals to 3000 raised to 5, since 3000 raised to 5 is a constant and a real number, y prime is equals to 0. Second, the power rule. If n is a rational number, then the function f of x is equals to x raised to n is differentiable, and d over dx, or derivative of x raised to n, is equals to n multiplied to x raised to n minus 1. Examples. Given that f of x is equals to x raised to 12, using the power rule, f prime of x is equals to 12 multiplied to x raised to 12 minus 1. Therefore, the derivative of x raised to 12 is equals to 12x raised to 11. Given that y is equals to the fifth root of x, we will write it as y is equals to x raised to 1/5. Using the power rule, y prime is equals to 1/5 multiplied to x raised to 1/5 minus 1. Therefore, y prime is equals to 1/5 x raised to negative 4 over 5, or we can rewrite it as 1 over the fifth root of x raised to 4 times 5. Third, the constant multiple rule. If f is a differentiable function and c is a real number, then cf is also differentiable, and d over dx, or the derivative of c multiplied to f of x, is equals to c multiplied to f prime of x. This rule therefore states that the constant can be factored out of the differentiation process, even if the constant is in the denominator. Examples. Given that f of x is equals to 15x cubed, f prime of x is now equal to 15 multiplied to the quantity of 3 multiplied to x raised to 3 minus 1. Therefore, f prime of x is equals to 45x squared. Given that y is equals to 1/4 x raised to 8, y prime is now equals to 1/4 multiplied to the quantity of 8 multiplied to x raised to 8 minus 1. Therefore, y prime now becomes 2x raised to 7. Fourth, the sum and difference rules. The sum or difference of two differentiable functions f and g is itself differentiable. Moreover, the derivative of f plus g, or f minus g, is a sum or difference of the derivatives of f and g. d over dx of quantity f of x plus g of x is just equals to f prime of x plus g prime of x, and this is the sum rule. d over dx of the quantity f of x minus g of x is equals to f prime of x minus g of x, and this is the difference rule. Examples. Given that f of x is equals to x cubed minus 4x squared plus 5, f prime of x now is equals to 3 multiplied to x raised to 3 minus 1 minus 4 multiplied to the quantity of 2 multiplied to x raised to 2 minus 1, plus 0 since the constant becomes 0. Therefore, by simplifying, f prime of x is equals to 3x squared minus 8x plus 0. Given that y is equals to negative x raised to 4 over 2 plus 3x cubed minus 2x, y prime is now equal to 1/2 multiplied to the quantity of 4 multiplied to x raised to 4 minus 1 plus 3 multiplied to the quantity of 3 multiplied to x raised to 3 minus 1 minus 2 multiplied to x raised to 1 minus 1. Therefore, y prime is equals to negative 2x cubed plus 9x squared minus 2. Lastly, the derivatives of sine and cosine functions. D of dx of sine is equals to cosine x. D over dx of cosine x is equals to negative sine x. Examples. Given that f of x is equals to sine x over 2, and we rewrite it as 1/2 sine x. Therefore, f prime of x is equals to 1/2 multiplied to the quantity cosine x, which is the derivative of sine x. Therefore, f prime of x is equals to cosine x over 2. Given that y is equals to x plus cosine x, y prime is equals to 1 multiplied to x raised to 1 minus 1 plus negative sine x, which is the derivative of cosine x. Therefore, y prime is equals to 1 minus sine x. Before we end this video, we would like to know if you have really understood differentiation rules. So it's quiz time! Given these problems, first, f of x is equals to the square root of x minus 6 cube root of x. Second, g of t is equals to t squared minus 4 over t cubed. And third, y is equals to 6 square root of x plus 5 cosine x. Solve this independently and comment down below your answers, and the solutions will be posted on our next video. That's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more, and comment down below your suggestions on what topic will we discuss on our next videos. Bye!